震动或者关机。请大家将你们的手机调为震动或者关机。好，谢谢。
真佛宗美国彩虹雷藏寺金刚萨埵护摩法会开始，一会大众请起立，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王圣尊莲生活佛，请大家全程合掌，唱诵莲花童子心咒。
一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。唵啊吽观想顶礼，会天心三印，二拜诸菩萨。唵啊吽观想顶礼，会天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚。唵啊吽观想顶礼，会天心三印，四平等一起受。 恭请师尊移步到展示屏接受尊先上众弟子们的问安。
Today here at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, our lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng, will be presiding over Vajra Sutra Homa fire offering ceremony. The ceremony will begin very soon.
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛，生法王座。
elders, Rinpoches, masters, venerables, and all participants to please take a seat. Inviting the Dharma King, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng, to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants and merit holders. The offering of Hatha. Let us now join our palms with reverence. And we are inviting Vajra, inviting Masters Lian Yi to present the offering of Hatha as a symbol of the highest honor to the lineage Guru on behalf of all of us. Visualize true Buddha lineage. Namo Vairagana Buddha. Namo Buddha Lokana. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Padma Kumara. Namo Living Buddha Liansheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the root Guru mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Liansheng Siddhi Hom. 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 做四无量观，观想。
From the visualization of the 4 immeasurables, ancestors and relatives from the father side to your right, from the mother side to your left, friends and teachers behind us, enemies and karmic creditors in front of us, and sentient beings around us together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Clap twice and snap your fingers to awaken the deities. Recite purification mantras and the deity mantra.
Om Siddhari 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 Soha. Om Vajra Tan He Hom. Namo Samanto Modahan. Om Turu Turu Dewe Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha.
We sincerely invoke our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shem. Namo White Mahapadma Kumara. Namo Lotus Light Unhindered Buddha. Namo True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Vajra Sutra. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Vajra Sutra. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Vajra Sutra. Namo Golden Mother of the primordial Jit Ponds. Namo Five Dhyani Buddhas. And Two Buddha School 8 primary deities. Namo Yamantaka. Namo Akalanatha. Namo 4 heavenly kings. Namo Sima Bodhisattva. Limbo temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Tantric Order, at the Seattle Lechang Temple, and at the South Mountain Retreat. Rainbow temples, mountain god, earth gods, plant gods, wind god, or heaven, water god, heavenly fire god, dragon gods, and all divinities, as well as the city gods. So please radiate light and bless this Homa. Great homage using visualization for Surut Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Great mandala offering. Form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above to the lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Vajra Sattva, and all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, 4 continents and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow us to realization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, Sangha jewel, to form bright white light to empower us. Reset the mantra. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye, Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye, Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Alma protection. Form Vajra Clubs Mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali, Om Boranjali.
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛做
Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng to perform blessings with mala.
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛金刚灵除结界，加持报名表格护摩。
Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation to bless the registration forms, homework cards, and all the offerings with Vajra bell and scepter.
请大家起立，恭敬合掌。恭请
Please stand up and join your palms with reverence. And together we inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the Homa fire pit, to set ceremonial demarcation, to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, blessings, enrichment, manifestation, subjugation, and bardo deliverance. And please recite that mantra of Vajra Sutra.
唵
Recite that mantras of the eight principal deities and incan Buddha Amitabha.
Deata Om Bekajaya Bekajaya Maha Bekajaya Raja Samo Kate Soha Namo 36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。Namo 36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。Namo 36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。
Recite the supplication to the Buddha to stay in the Sahawa. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and marvelous Tantrika, all Buddhas of the 10 directions, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The nights are long, the 3 poisons are proliferating. My body and soul are stricken, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage the deluded ones. 3 jewels emanate wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, human and devas, rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that you stay in the Sahawa to turn the Dharma wheel, to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. May all uphold the Buddha, a center of utmost bliss, weeping for Jannah cities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. To Buddha's school disciples, wholeheartedly pray to the main deity of Karma today. The founder of Tantric Buddhism, Namo Vajra Sutra, by your unexcelled power of blessings, please protect our lineage Guru with great health, high energy, joy and bliss, self-mastery, love, respect and harmony, great fortune and longevity to turn the true Buddha Dharma wheel in samsara. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to the first Vidyadhara, the first Vajra holder, the Adama Buddha. Homage to the 5 Vajra holders, the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. Homage to the 7th Vajra holder, the Vajra Sattva. Om Vajra Sattva Ahom Pe. We pray to Vajra Sattva to guide the Buddha spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. We pray to Vajra Sattva to eradicate all of our karma. We pray to Vajra Sattva to please eradicate karmic sicknesses, to eradicate karmic afflictions, to eradicate the karma due to Mara and the karma due to our 5 aggregates. Please bless spiritual cultivators with good health, abundant resources, complete wisdom, strong spiritual commitment, and diligence in our spiritual practice. We pray to Vajra Sattva to eradicate the catastrophe due to pandemic and to transform the disasters of the coronavirus, to transform all the bad affinities. To the 7th Vajradhara, Vajra holder, Vajra Sattva. And gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. May karma disappear. May viruses disperse. May afflictions disappear. May the Mara of 5 aggregates disappear. May the demonic calamities disappear. Recite 100-syllable mantra 3 times.
Om Peja Sato Samaya Malupanaya Peja Sato Tenu Badicha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Sopo Kayu Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Shawa Siti Me Bodaya Cha Shawa Gamma Suta Me Jitamu Sini Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 he Bhagavan Sawa Tanakata Peja Mami Mencha Peja Pawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Peja Sato Samaya Malupanaya Peja Sato Tenu Padicha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Sopo Kayu Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Shawa Sidi Me Budaya Cha Shawa Gamma Suta Me Jitamu Sini Ren Kuru Hom Ha 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 he Bhagavan Sawa Tanakata Peja Mami Mencha Peja Pawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Peja Sato Samaya Malupanaya Peja Sato Tenu Padicha Jetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Sopo Kayu Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Shawa Sidi Me Budaya Cha Shawa Gamma Suta Me Jitamu Sini Ren Guru Hom Ha 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 he Bhagavan Sawa Tanakata Peja Mami Mencha Peja Pawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Pei
Great homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize foot posture on the ground, release the mudra, second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize foot posture on the ground, release the mudra, third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize foot posture on the ground, release the mudra, fourth type bow. Recite completion mantra.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Let's give a great round of applause to show our gratitude to our lineage Guru for presiding over this Vajra Sutra Homa fire offering ceremony. Now let us join our palms with reverence and together we beseech our lineage Guru to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. Let's pay homage to the lineage Gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Tupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Vajra Sutra. Sumo. Tanzan Katso, Tutan City. All masters, Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hola amigo, que quiero mucho. Sugoi, ichiban, kimochi, Jumi, yabi, bling bling. Konnichiwa.
Now I would like to announce for next Sunday, February 27th, February is almost ending. At 3 p.m. This is a deity that you're all very familiar with. It's the hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. We chant it every day. We chant the hiking Vajra Sutra. We chant it every day. I chant it every day, never skip any day. This hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has the closest affinity with Grandmaster. When I just encountered Golden Mother at Taichung, the abbot there, the Venerable Si Huiling, gave me a sutra, and that was the hiking Vajra Sutra. And when I read it, I was extremely joyful, and I started to chant. And from then on, I have very close affinity with hiking Vajra Bodhisattva. And then I went to San Yi, a place at Miaoli. They have lots of Buddhist statues there of different Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And when I visited San Yi, I saw a statue of the hiking Vajra Bodhisattva. Very magnificent. And immediately I brought the hiking Vajra Bodhisattva statue home. And this image here is wearing crown, and on her outfit there are many mantra syllables, and one of them is the karma eradication mantra of the 7 Buddhas. That's the 7 Buddhas karma eradication mantra. And hiking Vajra Sutra is not long, very easy to chant. And in it, there's the statement that it can eradicate the suffering of life and death, and to eradicate all sorts of harms and so for spiritual cultivators, most importantly is to eradicate the suffering of life and death, and to eliminate all sorts of harms. So after chanting the hiking Vajra Sutra, I don't suffer from any disasters. Even if there is a catastrophe, it becomes none. So all harms and poisons are eradicated. Any one of you that chants every day? Every one of you? That's incredible. There's someone that's only chanting the Padma Kumara Hat mantra and hiking Vajra Sutra, and can be reborn into the Pure Land. That's all they do. Two things. One is chanting the Padma Kumara mantra, and second is to chant the High King Kuan Yin Sutra every day. And upon cremation, there are many sariras. And it's not tiny sariras, like the rentan, like tiny elixirs. But it's huge, this big. It's called Vajra Sariras. That's our translator's Hanifa. Thanks to her for interpreting and translating for so many years. And nobody cannot say offering, but as a translator or interpreter for so many years, and her father and mother just chant High King Kuan Yin Sutra and Padma Kumara mantra, and they got Vajra Sariras upon cremation and be reborn in the Pure Land. Very grateful. So it would be a pity if you don't become primary supplicants for this deity, Amitabha. And today we practice the Vajra Sattva, and this deity is the seventh Vajra holder or Vajradhara. Adharma Buddha is the first Vajradhara. The 5 Dhyani Buddhas are the 5 Vajradharas. And he's the Dharma Prince of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, so he's the 7th Vajradhara. And the lineage root guru is the 8th Vajradhara. And in the future, the lineage master that have attainments would be the ninth Vajradharas. That's the lineage. So Vajrasattva is the Dharma Prince of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. He's the founder or the chief of the Tantric Buddhism. Vajrasattva. In the Sutric Buddhism, there is no Vajrasattva. However, they believe that Samantabhadra Bodhisattva is Vajrasattva. Or Mahastama Prapta. Some people regard Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva as Vajrasattva. Talking about Dharma Princes, the Avatamsaka Trinity, Sakyamuni Buddha, Manjushri Bodhisattva, and Samantabhadra Bodhisattvas. They are the Dharma Princes. So Avatamsaka Trinity under Sakyamuni Buddha are Manjushri and Samantabhadra Bodhisattvas, and they are the Dharma Princes. In the Western Lotus Division's Trinity, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva are the Dharma Princes. In Tantric Buddhism, the Dharma Prince of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas is Vajrasattva. So he's the founder of Tantric Buddhism. And he's the most important yidam or deity for repentance. And True Buddha School has this purifying Dharma practice. We have a huge broom, this is medium, and this is the small size. And you chant the mantra of Vajra Sutra 100,000 times to bless the brooms. Then they would have a kind of tantric dharma to eradicate karma. So it's also repentance, purifying calamities, eradicating calamities, purifying karma. Very important brooms. It's best that you bring small brooms wherever you go, and you can sweep it anywhere, anytime. So any brooms that have been blessed after chanting 100,000 times of Vajrasattva mantra would generate power for purification. With the first sweep, afflictions are gone. With the second sweep, the bad lucks disappear. With the third sweep, the karma is eradicated. Yidam and great fortune will come. Om Vajra Sutra Hum. Only through the school has this method of Dharma. So these brooms are not to sweep the floor, but to sweep the bodies, to sweep your own bodies. Typically it's on the back, but you can also sweep your face or your neck or hands, all fine. Or here too, the armpit. And after being swept, it would be clean, right? So these things at your spiritual centers, or if it's placed on an altar, we'll call the altar the purifying altar, or repurification, repentance, and to increase your own blessings, and to sweep away your own bad lucks. It's very effective, beneficial. Let me share a joke. There's a woman that wants to get married, but her boyfriend is not Buddhist, so her parents disapprove. But the man really likes the girl, so he listens to her and started to study Buddhism. And hoping that her parents would approve. And after a while, the girl's parents asked about the guy. And the girl said, yeah, he is a follower of Buddhism now. And the parents are very moved and pleased. Now you can get ready to get married. But the daughter said, cried, shed her tears, and said, but he really have gone deep into it, and now he's become a monk. So sometimes your plan does not go accordingly. There are two hens chatting under the tree, and there's a rooster walking by and looks very tired and drooping. And then the hens asked, "What's going on?" And then the rooster said, "Oh, I'm just doing a small business, selling a small thing, and this is what happens." "So what are you selling?" This is also Chinese. Oh, chicken essence. There's a play of word. It also means the chicken essence, semen. A joke about chicken. Early morning, the rooster beats the hen, and then all the other chickens said, "This is early morning, what's going on? Why did you beat her so bad? What's going on? Why?" Because the rooster said, "Oh, because she laid a duck's egg." She laid a duck's egg. So things in the world sometimes is beyond our schemes. Now we're doing the question and answer from Malaysia. Lian Hua Yi Jin. First question. If our yidam or main meditational deity is that from the heavenly realms, such as Indra, the four heavenly kings, Brahma, and not Buddhas or Bodhisattvas, Pratyeka Buddhas or Sravakas, does it mean that all one can reach is the fruition of the heaven, that after death, as far as we can go, is just the heavens? This is a good question, because typically we follow our yidams when we die, relying on others' power. But if you practice and can rely on your own power, then you can go wherever you want. But if you practice and have gained spiritual union with the yidam, say Amitabha Buddha, and you rely on the power of others, Amitabha Buddha will bring you to Sukawati. Or if you gain spiritual union with Padma Kumara, he can also bring you to Sukawati. Or if you gain spiritual union with Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, all the same, she can bring you to Sukawati or the Pure Land or Buddha Land. It depends which yidam you're in union with. So Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra, Siddhigarbha, they have their own Pure Lands or Buddha Lands. So the yidam belongs to the heavenly realms, like Indra, Brahma, the four heavenly kings. And if you have fruition, have gained spiritual union with Indra, then you would go to the center of the Triyatrimsa's heaven. If you practice the wealth deity, then you would go to the four heavenly kings. The heavens of the four heavenly kings. If you gain spiritual union with Brahma, Mahabrahma, then you're in union with the Brahma, then you would go to the heavens of Mahabrahma. And in that heaven, there are 100 kalpas. And one kalpa is 100 million years. And you can stay there for 10 trillion years. That's very long at the Brahma
那
heaven.
么我们晓得有一个记啊，
We know there is a verse.
见
The lotus youth meets the golden sage.
落花虚空左右闲，
The showers of blossoms swirling left and
比万
right.
听。
The marvelous sound heard above the clouds.
佛国胜诸天，
Talking about the Buddha lands
就是到佛国
beyond all the
到
heavens.
佛到佛国胜诸
So
天界。
the Buddha lands are beyond the
当然
heavens.
你如果是跟大梵天相应，不然
Of course, if you're in union with
到
Brahma,
大梵天，或者是
then
跟四天
it's
王
possible
天
you go to the
相
Brahma
应，就到四
heaven.
天王天。
Or if you gain spiritual union with the four heavenly kings, then you go to the heavens of the four heavenly kings or the heavens
人间
of
是
Indra.
上天，
So that's also very
天界
good
跟人界
because it's much better than the human realm. That's a great difference.
能够修行还是很好。
So if you can
那么
go to the heavenly realms and cultivate spiritual, that's still very
修了
good.
本尊以后，又
If
修出他力，修出
you
自力，
have practice or you have gained fruition from your yidam practice and then you continue to practice to generate your own power, then you can go wherever you want.
你
As
虽
I
然你的
said,
本尊
you
是
follow your own chi channels and light drops. Although your yidam is the four heavenly kings, but you also practice the chi light drops and channels and you have fruition or attainments in those inner practices, you can go wherever you want.
莲花一
That's the answer to the first question from 莲花易经.
弟子虽为密教徒，但很喜欢耶稣基督跟圣母玛利亚。师尊曾说，耶稣也是佛教徒。
Although I am a Buddhist, but I really worship Maria and Jesus. So, although I'm a Buddhist, so can I enshrine Maria and Jesus? Yes, of course.
师尊从来没有说那个，因为圣母玛利亚，据我所知道，
Because as far as I
公
know,
开这样子讲，可能是不太好。
the Mother Mary,
观世音菩萨，
I may it not be right for me to say this, but the 33 physical emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva,
很难讲。圣母玛利亚也是观世音菩萨的化身，
it's
很难
who knows? It's very
我讲过耶稣，
hard to say, but perhaps
他他在童年当中啊，有10几年，
Mother Mary was also
也
Avalokitesvara
是没有他的
Bodhisattva.
记载。
You know, there was a long period of time that
有好多
Jesus disappeared, no records of him. He was the son of a carpenter,
啊，他穿的衣服白色的，他披
and
的
he
是佛教
wore
的那个袈裟
white robe,
那个喇嘛装，
and he wore
颜色这种颜色跟白色，我看耶稣
either white or this color, this lama color, maroon color,
啊，披起来也是这样子，
and
去
he just
也是斜斜的，
like put it like a shawl
佛教才这样
like
子
this,
穿的。
and also slanted like this. Only Buddhists wear it that way.
是师母创造的，
But what we wear today, this is
你看西藏的喇嘛，他们
an improvised one, designed by
跟
Sumo.
那个泰国的这个和尚、小圣的和尚都是这样子披的。耶
But
稣也是这样子披的，
the robe that was worn in the ancient
穿的
Buddhists
金袈裟，
by the ancient Buddhists and also like by the Theravada monks, It's like that. The same with Jesus. So where did he go? He went to the Himalayas and met gurus from the white sect and red sect, Nyingma and Kagyupa. Of course, it would be fine if you like Jesus Christ. And there are many teachings of Jesus that are very similar to Buddhist concepts. However, he was just talking about the vehicle to go to heavens, which is the heavenly realms of Indra, Brahma, or the 4 heavenly kings, because he only taught for 3 years. So Mother Mary or Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, you can enshrine them. I don't discriminate against any of them. And like Islam, there are many concepts of the Bible that's also in the Quran, in the Al-Quran. It's also very proper and correct. The Virgin Mary, oh Mother. So that's why I said, sure. And the third question is, does a country have a protector for the country? Which country are you talking about? As I said, my ancestors come from China, the Fujian province, Zhangzhou County, Huanyang City. My great-grandfather is Lu Dejie, is a native of Huanyang. And the Lu clan family shrine is at the Huanyang in Fujian province. And some disciples went to the city of Huanyang and following what I wrote in my book, and went to the Lu family shrine, and they wrote a prayer and asked a reference and reported that and burned the prayer and to pray to the ancestors on my behalf. So I'm very thankful to them that they went there to the family shrine, the ancestors' shrine, to pray to my ancestors on my behalf. I have never even been there, but they found it. And then from the Lu family clan, there are 2 presidents. The Korean presidents Lu Tai-yi and Lu Wuxian. They all came from the Lu family clan of Huanyang City. So they discovered that these Korean presidents were from this Lu clan. There was another one that's very famous called Lu Zi. Lu Zi. That became a prime minister, a chancellor. In the Confucius there is this name Lu Zi. when they have at the Confucius temple. So I have several ancestors that are very famous. So I believe that yes, each country would have its own protector. So even a small village has its protector, an earth god. So of course a country has their own protector. So the Rainbow Temple, the Rainbow Villa has the earth god as the protector god. So even the local place has protectors moreover a country. And the city, there's a county, and the city god would be the protector for that county. And then the higher, it's like a provincial city god that would protect the whole area. So here, let me offer my gratitude to our disciples who went to Huanyang city of Fujian province in China and went to the Lu family clan and especially wrote a prayer that stated that Grandmaster Lu, Sengyan Lu, came back to pray to the ancestors. Thank you. So Korean also originated from China, and Japan, Vietnam, and many other countries. So the Chinese are all over the world. They are Chinatown everywhere. Asked from Lianhua Chen Xiuqing from Indonesia, the respected Grandmaster and Sumo Amitabha. To be compassionate and to deliver more sentient beings, you transmitted the Dharma practice of Vajra Sutra, purifying brooms and purifying mantra. So sis bought 2 sets of them. I wish that everyone would have at least 1 set. She has 2 sets. I'm at my old age and getting ready for my death. So, may I ask, after completing 100,000 recitation of the Vajrasattva 100 syllable mantra, can I have the broom in my casket to accompany my cremation? Sure. If you like it, sure. I strongly believe that the purifying broom has received Grandmaster's blessing, and I have also received the remote empowerment for it. And at the same time, I'm also practicing the 4 preliminary practices and always chant mantra. So the broom has received 3 kinds of blessings. So it can eliminate all kinds of hindrances, including karmic hindrances, during my death to protect me. Is this correct? Sure, no problem. In the future, you carry this broom with you. If there is a bad person, bad spirit, or negative spirit trying to get you somewhere, you just sweep it. With the sweep, affliction's gone. The second sweep, bad luck disappear, and with the third sweep, karma is eradicated. And when karma is eradicated, all those things would disappear.
那些不好的全部都让你扫
All
到，
those bad things would be
前面只有一条路，
swept clean.
非常清
And there's
亮
only
丽的
one path left, which is the
天，
completely
或者到
bright,
净土的大道。
a brilliant path leading to the Pure Land.
我们中国中了以后，这个
Our Troubadour's goal in the future,
做一个扫
anyone's leaving the world should carry a broom with them.
好，
That's very good.
扫路
And it would help you strip clean your path.
有不好的来一扫，
Anything bad
扫掉。
appearing, you can just sweep them away.
你的讲，老公
The woman said,
想吃饭，
Hubby, honey, I'm hungry. I want to
你想
eat.
吃什么？我给你做。
And the husband said, What do you want to eat? Let me make it for
太
you.
太就讲，
And the wife
做得
said,
好吃，
But you don't cook
我带你去
well.
哪里吃。
And the man said,
太太
Okay,
又讲，
let's
太也
eat out
懒
then.
得动，
And the wife said,
男的讲，
Oh, I don't feel like going
打
anywhere.
电话叫，
And then the man said, Let me
赶快
just
送来。
call for delivery.
这个他讲说，外卖的可能
And then
吃
she
了不健
said, Maybe not so
康
healthy.
那我
And
马上
then
去
the
街上
husband
帮
said,
你买，
Well, maybe let me just go grab something.
买回来就冷了，对胃不好。
And the woman said, It'll be cold by the time it gets home.
那你
It will not be good for the
安息不安乐？
stomach. Then what do you want?
你的讲，我肚子饿了，想吃饭。
And the woman said, I'm hungry, I want to eat.
男人就是被这种女人逼疯的。
You know, man becomes crazy because of this kinds of woman, you know.
怎么样讲都
Doesn't
都没有效
matter.
啊，
Nothing
再怎
works.
么样子做，他都不
It doesn't
满意。
matter what you do, she's not satisfied. So would men become crazy? If they don't, that would be strange.
一个在动物园上班的员工被开除了，
An employee of the zoo was fired and he complained to his wife.
这个丈夫讲：“亲爱的，我被开
And he
除，
said,
就为
Hey,
一点小事，
honey,
不公平。
I was fired just for small little things. So what did you
丈
do?
夫讲
And the husband said, Yesterday I forgot to lock the door to the cage of the tiger.
谁敢来拖老虎啊？
But come on, who dares to steal the tiger, right?
他讲他的道理，其实是没有道理。
So that's his excuse or
小
rationale,
时候
but actually
大便是装在屁
it's irrational. When I was little, I thought the poo is in
长
the
大了念
butts.
书，才
And
知道
then after I study, then I know that it's actually in the
出了社会以后
in the guts.
才发觉，
And then when I start working, I discovered that some people keep the poo in the
怎
brain.
么讲也不通。
Doesn't matter what you say, they just don't get it.
那个脑里面装大便的人啊，你怎么讲他都，
Those who have shit in their brain,
总之怎么讲他都不通
it
的。
doesn't matter what you say, they just doesn't work.
碰到那个脑，
What you should do then?
那只好啾咪。
In that case, maybe just go Jumi.
我昨天晚上回家睡觉，结果被钥匙精
Last night when I got home
跟地藏王菩萨
and during my sleep, Golden Mother, Amitabha, and Siddhikapa Bodhisattva
昨天晚上说
were nagging to me.
你说的是什么
They said, "What kind of Dharma
夜
did
冲夜
you
糊涂？
teach last night?"
我说那我不说了，干脆就不说了。
It's the more you talk about it, the worse it gets, people.
那个阿弥陀佛跟药师
And then what should I
讲
do?
不说就对了。
Maybe I shouldn't say anything. And then Golden Mother, Amitabha, and Siddhikapa said, "That's right, you should not say anything because it is unspeakable."
他们跟我讲不可说，因为说不来
They
的。
said it is unspeakable
翻来覆去就是那几句
because you cannot talk about it. Because you just continue to repeat those sentences back and forth, back and
越
forth.
听就越糊涂。
It's impossible to clarify it. The more you talk about it, the
那我怎么讲
the more confusing it
不讲
is.
不行啊，对不对？好，不说
And
了。
then
不说
what should I
我就下
do?
班
Then if you don't talk about it, okay, let's finish off, get off. And then we'll just wait for dinner and watch the performances.
当然，这个法是讲给
Of
大面
course,
在
this Dharma is to be spoken to those with the poo in the guts. But if the poo is in the
不
brain,
但听啊，
not only that they don't feel good listening to it,
法是讲给比较正常的人听。
the Dharma is to be spoken to normal people.
根本就不通嘛。
But those with poo in the brain, you just impossible to reach out to them.
他叫我重新再讲。
So they told me to repeat it.
不雅世尊，如我解佛所说。
No, world honored one, as I understand it from the true meaning of the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha did not attain the Dharma of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi at Dipamkara Buddha's place. The Buddha said, "Just so, Subhuti. In reality, there is no such thing as a Tathagata attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Subhuti, if there is such a thing as the Tathagata attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, then Dipamkara Buddha would not have prophesied. In your future life, you will be a Buddha named Sakyamuni. There is no such thing as attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Hence, Dipamkara Buddha endowed me with the prophecy. Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi is unspeakable, cannot be spoken. If I must explain it, then I can only use an analogy. Therefore, last night, Golden Mother, Amitabha, and Siddhikapa Bodhisattva, my three yidams, told me the so-called Dharma is non-Dharma, because only non-Dharma is the true Dharma. So what kind of analogy they asked me to give? Just give yourself as an example, which I often do. Who am I? I'm Seng Yen Lu. So Seng Yen Lu is me and I am Seng Yen Lu. Okay. Of course you cannot dispute that. I'm not piano master. I'm not Sakura Dharma educator. I'm Seng Yen Lu. So think about it. Seng Yen Lu is your name. But what is the real thing about you? You need to ask yourself, who are you? Seng Yen Lu is just a name. I am Seng Yen Lu. Seng Yen Lu is me. But in Taiwan alone, there are 16 Seng Yen Lu. So which one of them is the true you? There are 16 Sung Yen Lus, same name in Taiwan. So how can Sung Yen Lu is you then? It's just a name. Where is the real you? I'm asking you. You cannot find it. And the hair, sarira of Sung Yen Lu, it's gone. So I shave my hair every day and the hair is gone. And when people ask me for hair sarira, I cut the hair in my armpits. And it's all gone too by now. And then what should you do? There's some hair down there. It's okay. I cut a few. So you cut the hair from down there too. And so some people got grandmaster's hair sarira and it's very curly. Because I have no more hair on my body. Caucasians have hair on their chests, on their back. And when you rub on it, it feels like a carpet. When the mosquitoes fly in, they got lost. When a fly wanted to sting and got to the chest and they got confused or got lost. But not for Chinese. Maybe just a few strands of hair. And we don't want to shave it. Just keep it. So Sung Yen Lu cannot be spoken. It's impossible to describe Sung Yen Lu. Then by saying this, that would be right. Because Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi cannot be put into words. It's impossible to talk about it exactly. Cannot pinpoint it. Nothing can symbolize it. Therefore, it cannot be spoken. And because you cannot speak on it, Dipankara Buddha cannot speak on it, Sakyamuni Buddha could not speak on it, and because both of them could not speak on it, that's why Dipankara Buddha gave the prophecy to Sakyamuni Buddha that you would become a Buddha named Sakyamuni in the future, because they had the comprehension that was unspeakable. It's impossible to put into words. So last night, Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, Isiddhigarbha Bodhisattva told me those things is unspeakable, inexplicable, cannot be put into words because it is emptiness, it is infinite, infinity. So I asked, would explaining it this way work? But they said, you have to explain it this way. Only this would be correct. Other people won't explain it this way. They talk about precepts of meditation and wisdom, the 5 roots and 5 powers, the 4 mindfulness, the 4 diligence, the 37 qualities, the 12 links of causes and conditions, the 6 perfections are all impossible. to explain this Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. All those are just the means or the tools to attain the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. So, like a car, so the four noble truths are the four doors of a car, for example. And the 8 noble paths are the 8 chairs or seats. And the 6 perfections are like the 6 V. And then you combine the four noble truths, the eight noble paths, and 6 perfections, and the 12 links of consciousness, all combined together, it would become a car. So, if you want to talk about, to make it concrete, that's what we would say. But if you want to talk about from the aspect of Buddha Dharma, then it's just unspeakable. It's impossible to put into words. So later on, Sakyamuni Buddha will talk about that the Dharma is like a raft, a boat that would bring you to the other shore. So it's not that Dharma is the shore of liberation. We cannot say the 4 noble truths, the 8 noble paths, and the 6 perfections are the shore of liberation. No, we cannot say that. Altogether, they're just a raft that will bring you so that you can attain the real Tao, or the way. That's called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Now, do you understand? Subhuti, if there is such a thing as the Tathagata attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, then Dipankara Buddha would not have prophesied. In your future life, you would be a Buddha named Sakyamuni. Someone may say, there is no such thing as attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, hence Dipankara Buddha endowed me with this prophecy. In your future life, you will be a Buddha named Sakyamuni. Why? A Tathagata upholds the same notion of everything. And Subhuti, the Tathagata attained Anuttara Samyak is neither real nor unreal. So it's not real, but it's also not unreal. That's how mystical it is. How can it be real and unreal, or neither real nor unreal? Like what Lao Tzu said, the Tao that can be spoken is not the real Tao. Tao cannot be spoken. It can be spoken, however, it's not the ordinary Tao. You cannot speak on the Tao. You can talk about it, but you also cannot talk about it. So therefore, it's neither real nor unreal. It is real. It seems to be real. However, it seems like they don't exist. They are not there. Therefore, the Tathagata said, all Dharma is Buddha Dharma. The Tathagata said, all Dharma, or everything, is Buddha Dharma. So, in the past, my disciple, the Zhang Chengji PhD wrote a book entitled What is Buddha Dharma? And when I went to visit Li Bingnan said, what this bread wrote is wrong. And I was thinking in my heart, hey, that's my disciple. I should have defended him. And Li Bingnan said, I want to ask him, what is Buddha Dharma? Zhang Chengji wrote, what is Buddha Dharma? What is Buddha Dharma? If you have read this book, please raise your hand. Zhang Chengji is your fellow disciple. He's a PhD. I went and give a feng shui consultation to his house at the Bagua mountain in Zhanghua that was given by the government. So he's the son-in-law of Yu Ren, the then elder in Taiwan, but he did not like to be an official, government official. He liked Buddhism instead, Buddha Dharma. So he especially studied a Pure Land sect. So he wanted to ask, what is Buddha Dharma? And here the Buddha said, therefore the Tathagata said, all Dharma or everything is Buddha Dharma. There is no such thing that is not Buddha Dharma. Everything is Buddha Dharma. So this is very broad. So he did not limit Buddha Dharma. So everything is Buddha Dharma. So in my opinion, Jesus Christ is also Buddha Dharma. The Virgin Mary or Mother Mary is also Buddha Dharma. The Al-Quran is also Buddha Dharma. And the teachings of Confucius were also Buddha Dharma. Something fell. You got scared. Spiritual sign.
你知道孔子啊，在那个伏击的那一派叫做什么？
You know, Kongzi in the sect called Fuji, what is that called?
至圣先师心如天尊。
至圣先师天尊。
至圣先师，孔子
the prophet. 至圣先师。
孟子讲的道理也是。
This venerable. So all the teachings spoken by Confucius, Lao Tzu, and Zheng San are all Buddha Dharma. So everything is Buddha Dharma. It includes everything. So Sakyamuni Buddha has spoken on it here. The Tathagata said, all Dharma, or everything is Buddha Dharma. Subhuti, the so-called all Dharma, is not all Dharma. They are merely called all Dharma. That linguistic play again, the statement, very simple, you all know. And then he gave an analogy here. Should I talk about it here? It's 5:12. It's about time. Okay, let me continue. Subhuti, take the example of a tall and big human body. Subhuti said, well, on one, the Tathagata said, A tall and big body is not a big body. It is merely called a big body. What does it mean? What is a big body? Does it mean like someone with a large body? Like for women? 狮头 or the lion head, the nickname. Please stand up to show. Anyone taller than she is? Anyone here? Anyone taller than she is? Please stand up. Wow. So, why don't you both stand next to each other and see?
没关系，没关系，你有头发。没关系啦，两个鼻相看，这样谁高
Here.
一般高啊。
About the same.
哦，一般高就是打麻将的嘛。
Play mahjong.
好，请坐，你们两个。
Okay, please be seated. You both have big body.
这里是讲一切有形的。
So this refers to everything tangible. Oh, everything tangible is not considered. It does not include everything tangible. The Tathagata said, all Dharma, everything is Buddha Dharma. Subhuti, the so-called all Dharma is not all Dharma. They are merely called all Dharma. Subhuti, take the example of a large human body. Subhuti said, well, honored one, the Tathagata said, the large body is not a big body. It is merely called a big body. So the tall ones, and we are the short ones. Of course, we are like the small vehicle, and they're the large vehicle. So small or large are just due to comparison. But in Buddha Dharma, and furthermore in the Buddha nature, there is no differentiation between large and small. So it's said here, a big body is not big body, it is merely called a big body. Yes, you're rather tall, you're a big body, but compared to the emptiness, they're all equal. They're all the same. So that's what it means. Everything is equal. So my explanation is rather different from other people's, right? So Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, and Siddhagara Bodhisattva, and myself, so said that what you explained on Saturday would confuse people even more because it is unspeakable, cannot be spoken. Why it cannot be spoken? Because it seems real and unreal. So it seems that it exists, but it also not exists. Like the real me also seems to exist and seems to not exist. The real Buddha nature too seems to be there and seems to not be there. It's hard to talk about it, impossible to talk about it. So large and small vehicles are just by comparison. If you don't compare, there's no such thing as called as a big body or small body. No big and small body, not vehicle. So that's the realm of the intangibles. Oh, that's the realms of the tangibles. So yesterday also told me about this sentence. A grain of sand of the Ganges River. And then you say the grain of sand represents the Ganges River. Of course not. Then how can you describe Ganges River? It's hard. It's impossible. And you take a little bit of the water of Ganges River and you say, this is Ganges River. No, it's not. You cannot put it into words. Now do you understand? What is bodhicitta? What is Tao or the way? What is Buddha nature? There are many analogies that Sakyamuni Buddha used. And last night, Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, and Siddhikapa Bodhisattva also told me, you use yourself as an analogy. Who are you really? Think about it. Who am I? There is no one thing that can represent you. Om Mani Padme Hum. There is not a thing. We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings. And in a moment there would be the empowerment for Vajra Sutra. And this ends the English interpretation today. We will please remember to return your receivers. Thank you very much.
做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等一起受，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛移驾到展示屏这边，接受圣先生弟子们的感恩之心。谢尊感恩师尊，师尊阿弥陀佛，师父，弟子师尊大家好，身体健康，吉利吉祥。谢谢师尊大加持。谢谢大家是好，谢谢尊，大家我们爱你，我们爱你，谢谢大家师尊。好，谢谢好。 谢谢师尊，谢谢孙先生的同门，谢谢你们，下周见。好，我们等一下呢会恭请师尊为大家说金刚萨埵的灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。好，谢谢哦，下周见。 请法王圣尊莲生活佛为与会大众做金刚萨埵法。金刚萨埵四福仪轨灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。 顶即将要结束了，还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶，灌顶即将要结束了。的掌声感谢师尊慈悲赐受灌顶，我们一起顶礼感恩师尊，谢谢师尊。网络直播到此结束，非常感谢大家的收看。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.